if I want to modify this game, I started thinking about, okay, what's another fun game that I could play that has a similar mechanic but is completely different. And so I started with this, and I started thinking about what's something that's different. Okay, so I'm going to have a game where things fall from the top, and I've got a little person here that has to run back and forth. And instead of trying to dodge these, I'm going to switch it so you're trying to catch them. So completely different game now, right? Completely different game. Yep. There's a million of them. And people used to pay, we used to drop quarters like crazy to play those things in the arcade when I was a kid. Yeah, sometimes. So here's the graphics that I settled on for the game. And I'm going to use graphics for the background. And it's going to be a little skateboard guy. And he's going to skate back and forth on this street and try and catch all these fast food items that fall from the sky. Rather than just having it all be one item, I'm going to mix it up and say there's two. And the reason I have two skateboard graphics here is because I don't want him to skate backwards. I'm going to actually have him face the direction he's going. So when he's going left, he's going to face left. When he's going right, he's going to face right. So those are the graphics that I'm going to use. And so here's where I start with this. I'm going to start with the player object. So the player object needs to start somewhere different than where he is. And he needs to move only left and right. There is no up and down anymore. He can't fly around on his skateboard. It's not Back to the Future. So he's going to move back and forth on the street. And then I want to switch the image for left and right movement. So I'm going to get into the player object and make those changes. So the player object, where does he start? Well, right now, the player object starts at 250, right? In this code, I'm setting it when it spawns to 250. Now the left side is still at 0, but 250 is right here, kind of in the middle. And I know that my screen height is 600. So if I look back at my image, I kind of want this guy right around here. So if the screen height is 600, I'm going to try out 550. And I'm going to try out right about in the middle. Okay, so we will go, I'm going to use these things. I don't have to, but I'm going to use those just to be more disciplined about my practice. So screen height minus 50. So 50 pixels up from the bottom. And self dot rect dot left equals screen width, and I'm going to floor divide that by 2. That gives me about the middle of it. Now it's not exactly the middle. The player won't be exactly in the middle because I'm using the left-hand side of the sprite and putting that in the middle, but it's okay. I forgive myself for being 6 pixels off. So let's really quickly, if we want to test this, one thing that I want to do is I'm going to turn off collisions until I have everything kind of moving the way I want to, and then I'm going to turn collisions back on, because otherwise testing is going to be a pain, because my poor skateboard guy can't move up and down. He's getting hit by a missile like in about 10 seconds. The game will be over until I fix that part of it. So I'm going to turn off collisions, and I'll just turn them back on later. So I'm going to run down here to where we're looking for collisions, and I'm going to leave the check for collisions in there. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to just comment that whole thing out because we don't need that right now. We're going to turn it back on later because we have to be able to catch the items, but that's later. Okay, so collisions are turned off, and I have now put the starting place somewhere else. Okay, so that looks pretty close. I think I might move him up just a couple of pixels here. Let's go up 5 pixels. I think that'll put him on the street a little bit better. That's great. Okay, now we don't want him to move up and down at all. So I'm just going to turn that off. I'm also going to change the image to the skateboard guy. Skate, skater left. And I have some of these images that are using transparency and some that are not. Now the ones that are not using transparency are ugly. So I'm going to use the ones that use transparency. And this is the one I want for that, skaterright.png. And if I want it to use the transparency, I change that to convert alpha. Okay, that uses the transparency of the image. I don't need this anymore. So now let's see where we're at. Okay, so now we're kind of getting somewhere. I can see that I need to bring my skater up a little bit more because it's a taller sprite and I was using the top of the image, right? But I could just say the bottom, and that should take care of my problem. Okay, that looks like he might be on the street. We can make fine adjustments to that later. So now, let's see what we got. I've got, where do they start? How do they move? And can we switch the image? So the only thing I need to do now is switch the image. Now, if you want to be really efficient about your games, there are ways to preload all the images and then just switch them out. But since this is a super simple game, I'm just going to have it load the image each time it changes, which is slightly slower. But in this case, nobody's ever going to know. So if he's going right, we're just going to turn it to this. And if he's going left, I'm going to switch it to the left image. Save that, run the program, and now I have my skater going back and forth, getting pummeled by missiles. All right, so good. So far, so good. Changing the player object, we're done with that.